Welcome. Every competitive examination in English literature tests a student's knowledge in the basics. Actually, the foundation, the fundamentals. You can never ever skip that part. So, in this video, you're going to have a look at the major genres of literature. I know you are aware of this, but in the advanced stage, for example, if you look at the NTA syllabus for UGC NET, it starts with drama, poetry, fiction. So they go specifically in depth about a genre. So in this video, it's a very short video, we'll learn about what are the 6 genres of English literature. Are you ready? The 6 genres of English literature, as you know, guessed: poetry, prose, drama, non-fiction, fantasy, and science fiction. So poetry. There is no need for me to teach you what a poetry is. Why do you call something as a poem? It's because of the language it employs. There must be rhythm in it. There must be music in it. And the language is used to express ideas and emotions. So the oldest form of genre is poetry, which started with epic poetry. So that is the first thing we have to learn. Second thing is prose. As you know, prose has a very short history. It starts with the coming of the printing press. Before that, the only prose we had was that of the Bible. So prose is a very short history of what you may call 400 years old. To be exact, close to 400 years old. So it's again, language is important. Language employed are sentences and paragraphs, not in verse. That is how you define it, and it can include different forms like novels, short stories, essays. So we must know the difference thing about prose in order to study literature. Then drama, again one of the oldest forms of literature, started its origin in the Greek, and it is meant to be performed on the stage. Unfortunately, when we study a text, the performance part is not mentioned. So if we really want to understand drama, we must see the performance of it. Then only we can get the clear-cut understanding about a work of art. It is just like reading a screenplay of a movie and not watching it. If you watch the movie, you get a different perspective. And when you speak of dramas, it is again further subdivided into different dramas, plays, masks, musicals, and all. So we have to study that in depth. Then non-fiction. Non-fiction is another branch of literature which is generally think of dealing with the real events and facts. And remember, non-fiction can take different forms like biographies, histories, journalism, and sometimes these are debatable whether they are real or fiction. And examples of non-fiction writers are Charles Dickens. He has written both fiction and non-fiction. Mark Twain and Maya Angelou. And now we come to another genre of literature, which is fantasy. Sometimes we may look at fantasy as novels, but they are not. Fantasy is a genre of literature that includes a work set in fictional worlds, often with the elements of magic and supernatural. So earlier it was branded as fiction, but right now such works written by J.R.R. Tolkien, C.S. Lewis, and R.K. Rowling are branded as fantasy. And now we come to the last part, which is known as science fiction. Again, it's a part of literature which deals with the futuristic and imaginative concept such as advanced science and technology, space travel, time travel, and we have different examples of science writers. So as students of literature, we must know the genres. So I will see you in the next video where we will look at the concept of what makes literature literature. Are you excited? Before you leave, just comment below the important learnings you have, because if you just watch it passively, you are not going to get any result. It is just like trying to learn swimming by watching YouTube videos. So I'll see you in next video. Bye bye.